All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome, Tea Family. Welcome to the replay. And welcome if you are joining us live because we are going to be talking about one of our most popular blends today. If I can get all our technology to work, which it's not looking like I can right now. All right. Okay. And so say hello. And we are definitely not working right now. Give me a second. I love it. I love it. There we go. All right, fine. Say hello in the chat or the comments. Let me know what you're drinking. I will be drinking some Harmony today because we are going to be diving into one of our juiciest, freshest, and most sunshine-filled blends ever. A reason I say that is it's Harmony. This is a limited time blend, only available from April through June. It features some organic green tea, freeze-dried strawberries, and a bright pop of orange zest. So definitely we're going to get that sweetness from the strawberries. Also, you're going to get that burst of berry flavor and that juiciness from there. The little pop of orange. And this is one of the few tea blends that does not give us a one note, complex note tea blend flavor. It kind of comes in 1, 2, and 3. So stay tuned. We're going to be drinking it hot today, and we're going to also be drinking it in a mocktail, so cold. Although it is good to drink just chilled out anyway. And I do want to, okay, thanks. Handy dandy assistant here catching things. So, and then for those that are here, I will be having a tea trivia, and I'm thinking about offering a prize tonight for the one who gets the most questions correct. And I will extend it if you watch on the replay and you just plug in. I will watch those answers too. And if you win, I will send you that prize too. I see Diane is having Scottish sunrise there. That's awesome. It's probably still cold where you are. It was cold here yesterday. Today we're back to almost 80. Then we'll drop down again. Ours is playing weather here in Kansas currently, where I live, is a yo-yo. Super hot, super cold, super hot, super cold. And just when you start to get used to it in one day, the next day it's crazy again. So let's go ahead and start with making some of this tea. So let's show Harmony. Now, as I said, this is only available April through June. It is included in our 12 Teas of Christmas, and our Advent tin typically has it because it is one of our most popular blends. And there's a piece of freeze-dried strawberry that just went dropping down. But that's what it looks like. And because it is a green tea, but because we have the freeze-dried fruit in it, it is still can be brewed 3 times, but it is definitely 2 minutes for the first brew, 3 minutes for the second brew, and 4 minutes for the third brew. However, this is going to be a second brew, and the reason for that is I brewed one earlier. And the reason why I brewed it earlier is so that I can make the mocktail today. All right, so if I could get 3 minutes on the clock, please, from my handy dandy assistant. Scottish breakfast. Okay, so Diane's drinking Scottish breakfast today. All right. Well, while we're waiting for this to brew, we're going to go ahead and start with the questions. Question number 1. Which tea is traditionally smoked over a pine wood to create a deep campfire-like flavor? So put your best guess without asking Google or the internet. Put your best guess in the chat or the comments. So which tea blend do you think that is smoked over pine wood to give it that smoky campfire-like flavor? All right. So let's see. Now, green, if we go back to talking about our Harmony tea, last year I actually made an ice cream with this. Now, normally I wouldn't go with green tea and dairy type products, but this one absolutely was one of the most delicious ice creams. I did not eat a lot of that ice cream. My handy dandy assistant kept getting into it and enjoying it, and that's fine because he's an ice cream kind of guy. I'm not one of those super over the top ice cream kind of people, but for whatever reason, a lot of our friends and family are. They're an ice cream almost every night kind of people. Some of our friends, and so yes, my Rich really enjoyed that Harmony ice cream, but it was absolutely delicious. And I probably ate more of that ice cream than I did uh, regular ice cream. Okay, so I'm giving you all a chance to answer that trivia question in the chat or comments. Which tea is, he admits nothing. Which tea is often smoked over pine wood to kind of get that smoky campfire flavor to the tea? All right. So one of the things about Harmony is the blend is starts with a green tea base that is smooth and energizing as opposed to bitter. Then you're going to add the natural sweetness of the freeze-dried strawberries and then that just picked fruit flavor because we literally get the fruit in from the organic farmers, and then within 24 hours it is, this year it was even less, it was same day it went into the freeze dryer. So it's got that just picked fruit bursting with flavor and then just a little bit of orange zest to kind of wake it up with a little bit of sparkle. Again, everything in the blend 100% USDA certified organic, non-GMO, no artificial flavoring. We still continue to dice up the strawberries and freeze dry them, and everything is done in small batches so that you get good flavor. And I will tell you, we can only make so much because when we run out of strawberries, that's it for the year. We don't typically purchase strawberries out of season, even if they are organic, only because they're not going to have the same flavor. And we don't really do the hot house strawberries because okay, there we go. Because we're buying in larger batches, and so we don't want anything really processed. And there, you look, I'm hoping you can see that there's this hint of pink in there from the strawberries, adding some depth of color. I'm gonna take a cheers. Okay, the answer to the first question was Lapsang Soochong. Oh my gosh, I lost that name. Lapsang tea is what a lot of people will call it, and that is the answer. It's actually smoked over pine wood to kind of get that smoky flavor to it. And for whatever reason, smoky teas, people either love them or they don't like them at all. All right. So, next question. What is the process of heating tea leaves to stop oxidation called? So, this one you may not know, but there is a process where we want to stop the oxidation and they kind of heat the tea leaves. The generic term is kind of the kill green, but there is a name for it, and I'm just interested to see. I had to reach in and get some of the ones that were a little bit tougher this time because y'all usually do so well with everything. Okay. Okay, so while you were doing that, let's talk about Harmony a little bit. One of the things that I have right here is a nice homemade strawberry cake. And yes, that's all I'm gonna, I probably won't even eat this whole thing. And then just a strawberry buttercream glaze for an icing. And the reason why I have this is because when we freeze dry those strawberries, sometimes there's just a few strawberries left over that don't make it into the pan. And so I wanted to try and make a strawberry cake this year for strawberry cupcakes. And this was our experiment.
I got
you. My handy dandy assistant says he will sacrifice and finish whatever I don't of the cake. But this is one of those things where a lot of times where you can put similar flavors together, you're definitely going to be eating and enjoying more of the strawberry flavoring. But I don't see anybody entering in. I see that we have a few people watching, but we don't have anybody entering in. So the question number 2 is called fixing. The process of heating tea leaves to stop oxidation is called fixing or kill green. And that's kind of where it helps stop the oxidation so that it doesn't continue on. This is maybe where you want to go from a green tea to, say, an oolong, and you want to stop it before it completely oxidizes and becomes a black tea. So, but since we're talking about harmony and food, one of the things is this is going to pair really well with, obviously, things with strawberry in it, but a lemon shortbread cookie would be perfect for this. That's not what I chose, but it was a perfect blend. Any kind of strawberry goat cheese or strawberries, any kind of salad that has like watermelon and strawberries in it would really bring out some of the flavors. Grilled chicken, even if you do it in a wrap, and especially if it has like a citrus vinaigrette, you can kind of play off the orange a little bit. But my favorite would probably be dark chocolate dipped strawberries, because you will really notice the green tea flavor so much more. You would think it's probably going to bring out the strawberry flavor, but the dark chocolate and the strawberry really brings out the flavor of the green tea even more. Diane has been stumped today. Well, that's okay. Everybody's been stumped today, apparently. They will get easier, I promise. So those would be some of the things I would say. And, harmony is really good for kind of those spring brunches. Lemon goes with anything. See, lemon bars, lemon cakes, anything like that would go in. It's going to contrast with the orange zest in here, but you're still going to be in the citrus family. So it was really, really good. I'm going to take a bite of this because I can smell it, and I haven't had it. It's actually a little too sweet for me, which is why I probably won't eat much of it. But it is really good and very strawberry. I want to eat it all. Just too much sugar for me, but that's why I took such a small sliver of the cake. Okay, before he steals the rest of it, I'm going to take the smaller piece. There you go.
I'm rescuing you.
He's rescuing me from that much sugar. He's also the one that says he's going to have hot chocolate later. We don't make cocoa very often, although we make our own homemade cocoa mix. We typically make a true hot chocolate with chocolate and milk here. So I don't know how he'll be able to eat that much sugar, but that's it. Okay, so here's one for my history buffs. Are you ready for the next question? Anybody remember what year the most famous tea party was? I'll give you a hint. It's the year that Boston threw a bunch of tea in the harbor. And I did not say that like the Bostonian. The harbor, like so. The Boston harbor. There you go. That's my Bostonian accent for the day. Anybody remember what year that was that the Boston Tea Party took place? That would be the next question. I will tell you that it was mostly black tea that was tossed over. Green tea wasn't as popular. It was very much a black tea type of a culture at that point in time. And so most of the tea was from China, and it was black tea, but it had more to do with the taxes than where the tea was from. But I'm giving you all a chance with that while I take another sip. Okay, so I'll still another bite. Diane is absolutely correct. 1773. So Diane, you have a point. Good job. Good job. Okay. 1773. Okay. She might have a slight advantage being from New England.
Oh, what?
She paid better attention in school, I guess. All right, I do want to remind everybody that next Sunday we will have a short live. It'll probably be only about a 15 or a 20-minute live. We will be talking about lavender garden, which is one of our specialty teas. We also have a live sale coming up. I want to say on the 17th, but don't quote me yet, because I have to look in my calendar. All my days start to run together, everybody. Yes, the 17th, we'll be having our Mother's Day Tea and Treasures live sale. I will tell you that, yes, we will have Aloha Breeze, which I know will make him very happy back, which is a pineapple mango tea blend and white tea blend. We will also be having another pineapple tea blend that will be out there. And then we are actually going to have 3 specialty tea blends that will only be available for that show. And if you love Aloha Breeze, this will be your time to get it for the next year, because it is an event only. It's one of our Mother's Day teas only. So I do want to do that. And then tea blending class, both in person and online, will be April 25th. I did want to kind of point that out as well. All right. Our next question. What is the name of the unopened tea bud, often also called the silver tip? Think about this one. See if you know what it is. If you do, cheers to you. Like I said, I didn't make them a little harder this time. And I'm going to be switching gears here, but you enter that in the chat or the comments, because we're going to make mocktail. Now, I know I've been talking about Harmony and how great it is for it to be with, citrus and, vanilla and lemon and different things like that. Well, lemon is citrus, but shortbreads and kind of those kind of traditional things. But we're going to do something that you may not have thought about that is actually a great balance to this as well. Yes, it's another chance for me to make a mess, hence the tray, so that there's not a mess over everything. But we are going to make, I'm just checking to see if anybody has answered the question. Okay, see if anybody's answered the question. Okay, meanwhile, we are going to make a blueberry blossom. And this is a mocktail, and blueberries may not be something that you think about. We think about blueberries and lemon, yes, but we don't necessarily think about blueberries and strawberries as often. You typically will see strawberries put in with raspberries and blackberries and things like that. You don't often think of them with the blueberries. Okay. I don't see any answers, but the answer to that question is a tea bud or a pico. So if you get orange pico, that usually refers to the type of the tea, in which case it is that little silver tip. But there you go. All right. So we're going to talk about our blueberry blossom. This is going to be a floral fruity drink. It's going to have a really pretty color, very delicate sweetness. We're not going to over sweeten this one. Obviously, you could if you want. Could you grab a ginger ale for me, please? All right. So first thing we have is I have 1 cup of the Harmony tea that I brewed and then we put in the fridge so it's nice and cool. And I'm actually only going to add about a ½ cup for that for me, only because I'm doing some right here. Now, next, there we go. I have some blueberries. Now you could use a blueberry syrup if you have one. I want to just kind of muddle up some blueberries, and really you're only looking for about a tablespoon of, this is an official muddler. I have been teaching tea-based mocktails at a local college, little community college, and so we picked up some of these professional muddlers for when we do it. So as you can see, about a tablespoon of blueberry syrup, probably about 2 tablespoons of frozen or fresh blueberries that have been muddled up so they're equal about the same. And I'm just kind of crushing them up and getting a nice thing. So we're going to drop, well, I'm only making a half batch, so I'm going to add about half of that in there. Okay, so the next thing I want you to think about adding is a lavender simple syrup. So regular simple syrup, but just throw a couple of fresh lavender flowers, buds. But keep in mind, you want culinary lavender, not just soap and scented lavender. And so I'm going to have probably about a half teaspoon of that. Now, if you don't love lavender, that's okay. It really adds some depth of flavor and brings out so many of the other ingredients, but you don't have to have it. You could just do a regular simple syrup. Now, I am going to make my mess next because we know that's what I do. Now, you'll notice there's no ice in here. And again, that's because we're doing what's called a dry shake because it doesn't have ice cubes in here. Everything we've been adding is cold. Okay. Almost. It just sparkled a little bit. Okay. Now, what I want to do is we have this. I made these earlier. Yep. Sometimes I spend on Pinterest. Now I wanted to use lemon, but you could use orange to bring it out. And all I did is put the peel in and created this really big ice cube, but it looks really pretty because it looks, well, if you were able to see it clearly, what you would see is a rose, the lemon peel. I just took slices of lemon and I put it around and I built it in and then I poured water over it. And it's not going to cooperate today. I must have poured a little too much water on the top. Excuse me. Here's the thing. But this will add now, normally you could have added the tea in here, brewed up, more and poured it in here, and that would be even better. But this is going to add a little bit of lemon in it, but it could have also done orange as well. Okay, well, this isn't going to work because it's a little bit too big. There, nope, we got it. All right, so I would put that in the bottom, a nice ice cube like that. I should have gone with a smaller one. And then I'm going to pour this over it, and it's going to have a really beautiful color. You get little pieces of the blueberry in here, but you're going to have a lot of the strawberry flavor. Like that. It's a really beautiful, beautiful color. And then you could just dress it up. I put some blueberries on here. I would, if I had any left, I should have held one out, a nice big strawberry in the middle. But the other thing that I would do is I would add some soda water or sparkling water to this. However, my handy dandy assistant does not care, and I am only going to add just enough to bring up my martini glass. My handy dandy assistant does not like soda water, and I don't like tonic water. So this is why a lot of the times you'll see us go to the ginger ale option because we both like that. And since I typically taste these and then he steals them, we want to make sure it's going to be fun for everyone. So I would put a nice little strawberry, and I've got kind of my Eastery thing right here. Put it right there, and even kind of like put it there. Just like that. I will say cheers. Okay. So the first thing I get is a hint of the ginger ale, and then it's immediately followed by the Harmony tea, and then it has kind of a blueberry finish to it. Really, really nice, light, fruity summer, perfect for Easter next Sunday. Just a really great blend. I'm surprised it hasn't been stolen yet. Now, this is where you could conceivably take your really pretty, see, just lemon slices done up in a rose, and then drop it in. And I'm gonna have to sip it like this. And then that'll add a little bit of more flavor to there as well. All right, and that is just one of our fun ways to make it. Garnish it how you would like, but those are one of the fun ways. I like these especially because you don't need the soda water. You can do it without it. And this is something that you could make up early in advance if you've got people coming over, or just make up a batch and then in the morning and then enjoy it in the afternoon or evening when the weather gets hot. But this is going to be like really soft, fruity. It's got a light floral note to it from the lavender, but it's really just kind of giving you a depth. But you can tell there's a hint of the green tea in there. It's really, really delicious. So this is our blueberry blossom mocktail. And look, I didn't even make that big of a mess, just a little bit. Okay. Let's see. Let's do another question. Now, this is a question I've asked before. So if you've been with us, you may remember. Which country has the highest tea consumption per capita? Okay. You do? Oh, all right. Well, handy dandy assistant is convinced that he knows. So put that in the chat or the comments. Also, if you have any questions about harmony or different things you could do with harmony, please put those in the chat or comments. We're always excited to say that. And I did mention we will be here. I know it's Easter Sunday next Sunday. However, we will be doing a very short live on that. Let's see. And Diane says Japan. What's your answer, handy dandy assistant? Turkey. And anybody else? It looks like we lost a couple people. All right. Well, it is in fact Turkey. Turkey is, but you can't win any of the prizes, handy dandy assistant. I mean, right now, Diane's got it. Diane looks like Diane's going to be winning because she's the only one that's really answering right this second. But anyway, so I lost it. But anyway, Turkey has the #1 for actual tea consumption per person, per capita. Let's see. And I forgot to grab one, but what you're going to get, Diane, since you won, is you are going to get a coupon code worth $5 off your next order. You can use that at either the live sale, the Mother's Day Tea and Treasures live sale on the 17th, or yeah, you can use that there. I will send you the code. I did want to talk about that. And then let's see, what else? I know I had something else I wanted to chat about. Oh, that's the other thing. If I'm going to ask everybody to go ahead, since next week will be a pretty quick. I did want to just point out one other thing, and that is the question and answer will be moved up. And we'll be doing that the second weekend of June. And second weekend of April. Sorry, everybody. The reason for that is we will be at the Tulip Festival in Wamego. So we need to do the question and answers when we have a big event like that, because it's harder for me to prepare all of this and be at the event until a certain time. And that is also a Saturday, Sunday event. So we will literally end the event, break down, and then race back to get to the computer in time. So question and answers just work really well for us on those days. So please go ahead and get your questions in a week early if you have any. And all right, so for harmony, in the chat or the comments, which way would you rather enjoy it? Would you rather enjoy it hot, or would you rather enjoy it cold in a mocktail? or even just buy the glass cold. Which of the 3 ways would you prefer to enjoy Harmony tea? Please put that in the chat or comments. And that is what we have. I'm interested. I'm going to kind of chat for a few minutes and just give everybody a chance to enter that in. And again, this is what our Harmony looks like. But in the chat or comments, let us know, how would you rather have it? Would you rather have it as a mocktail, hot, or just iced? There you go. All right. And yes, congratulations, Diane. We're super excited for you. You will have a coupon for $5 off whatever you choose to use. And you can use it at the live sale even. So there you go. I know you like the teas with pineapple, and there'll be 2 this time. 2. The third one won't have pineapple in it. Sorry. They can't all have pineapple in them. So hot and ice. I get it. I get it. I like it. I like it. All right. Well, I want to say thanks for joining me, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope your weather, wherever you are, is wonderful, not with lots of up and down storms like so many of us have been enjoying. Too much up and down weather here, but hopefully you're getting a nice spring fall where the weather, it's that perfect, warm enough during the day, cool enough at night, start to get the gardens going. Oh, I do one last thing before we go. I do want to let you know that we do have some apple trees that are still going strong. And so that's super exciting. They are almost at the point where they can stay out. We're looking for the weather to just make sure we're not going to have any more deep freezes at night. And then when's our game plan for transplanting them out in the yard? So hopefully, I would say probably in the next month, we hope to actually plant them outside in the yard and then just put up 10 million fences to keep the deer away, because the deer like to eat our apple trees. We've lost a few apple trees from the deer eating them before they could grow big and strong. So, all right. I think that's everything. We wish you all the best. Have a wonderful week. We'll see everybody.